We haven't had it well over a month.
Joe and Mark. I think that Mark.
Yeah, I think so.
There's the buzzer as we're about to get underway, where the Lightning are taking on the Moorhead Spuds here this afternoon from Hallett Arena. Finally a home game after lots of travel from the Lightning Bantam A team, taking on the Spuds, top-ranked team in the state. We only lost to them. It was a fairly close game, and then they popped two quick ones on us at the last game. We lost 5-2, so could be a good action-packed matchup here, as Coach Muller and Yantes are having some final words with the team here. On the ice for the Lightning, you got Rickola, Martin, Molesky, 40, and Cradaville in the back ice as we're going to get it underway here. Right off the face-off, Rickola's going to put it in the zone up the right side. He takes it, right circle, goes around. Every black jersey gets a shot off, but it goes high off the mark. And the Spuds are going to regain control here. Good pressure there by the Lightning as stealing away is Cradaville. Put it in. The net is Rickola after the rebound. Just like that, tenaciously after the face-off, the Lightning stick one into the back of the nylon. I think it was a rebound from Cradaville, and Rickola stuffs it home. Intense pressure as the Lightning put one in their jailbreak jerseys here this afternoon. Moorhead in their black with the orange and white stripes. So 21 seconds into the first period, Lightning get one already, and they turn it over again back to the Lightning, get it in the zone, but the Spuds are going to regain control, and they go crossover into the neutral zone, into the zone. Left side, and this one's going to go high out of play in the netting. Had to get a new puck there. After the face-off, that's Rochelle who's going to regain control on the near side over to McLaughlin. Back over in the middle of the ice to Rao. Rao tries to pick it up, but it's taken away by number 8 from the Spuds. They get it up through the neutral zone, up into the zone. They chip it down in. They're coming here from the weak side. Stuffed in there by McLaughlin, and Yantes trying to dig it out. Centering pass over the right circle. Taken away is Murda. Murda's going to take it with a line change behind him. Murda does get it in the zone, though. Here comes Moorhead, bringing it up the ice through the neutral zone again. Left circle taken away by Wesky. Wesky gets it up to Wiechek. Wiechek skating, and it's batted away by the Spuds, going the other direction. Here's a one-on-one, two-on-one. Here's a shot. This one goes in the back of the net as it gets right past Sullivan to tie the game at 1-1. In the net for the Spuds is number 33, Olin Anderson. And then, of course, we got Lawson Sullivan between the posts for the Lightning. So 1-1 early, only a minute and a half into the game. Both teams have scored. Rickola. Rickola bends down for the face-off. Marty's going to put it in the zone with his stick. Moorhead's on the near side in front of the bench. We get a pass. Marty takes a shot, almost gets it under the right pad. Saved by Anderson as Marty almost sneaks one in. Good forward pressure there by the Lightning on the forecheck. Holding it in the zone is 40. 40's out in the left circle. Chasing for it is Martin. Now over the backside to Ricola. Ricola's got the puck on the right circle. He turns around, takes a shot. It goes wide right. Go into the zone. Ricola holds again at the left circle. He makes a move, shakes and dices. He puts one in the net. Ricola with goal number 2 with only a minute and 7 seconds into the game. 2-1. A little slow on my scoring there. Sorry about that. I'm so excited right here. We got another goal here for the Jailbreak Lightning as they're busting out here in this early in the first period. 14:53 to go only, and it's already 2-1 on 4 shots for the Lightning. Only 1 shot on goal for the Spuds. Chasing for this one behind Sullivan is Molesky. Molesky trying to dig it out. Taken over by the Spuds between the slot in the middle. They take a shot, and just like that, it goes 2-2. Unbelievable. 1 minute, 20 seconds into the first period. Both teams have 2 scores, goals. That is crazy. 14:40 to go. Both teams on the board with 2 goals each. Yankees settles down for the faceoff for the Lightning. The Spuds are going to get it. They push it into the zone up the right side. They center it over to the left side. Taking it away is Rochelle. Spuds have it, left circle. Right in front of the net. Rochelle's going to take it over, and he bounces off the wall to Murda. Murda trying to get it cleared. Spuds hold. Big hit by Yankees. Rochelle bounces it off the half wall to Murda, trying to break it out. Yankees does clear it. They put it down into Rao. Rao's going to chase for it now in the near side corner. Rao bends down, makes his guy miss. He's behind the net. Shakes him off. Here comes Rao. McLaughlin at the blue line, takes a shot in the 5-hole, rebounded almost by Murda on the opposite side. And here come the Spuds the other way. They chip it down in. Here the near side, Brownsell has it now. Brownsell over to Murda. Murda gets it to Rao. Rao makes it clear. Here comes a line change for the Lightning. Spuds put it in. Rochelle back over to the near side to Melz. Melz finds Wiechek in the middle. Wiechek puts it in the zone off the wall. Trinka trying to hold. It goes all the way down, back over to Wesky. Wesky's going to reset. Goes off the wall. That'll be icing, and we'll reset it down this way. Lots of action and movement and hitting early in this game, where those Spuds and Lightning are all tied up at 2. Facing it off will be Brownsell. Trinka gets a handle on it, tries to get it clear, but the Spuds put it back down in the zone. Melz pushes over to Wesky. Wesky can't get enough mustard on it. Here's Melz behind the net. Melz has 2 black jerseys on him. And the black jerseys prevail. Gets pushed out of the zone. Chasing his Wiechek here in the neutral zone. And Trinka. Melz looking. Finds Wiechek, middle of the ice, back over to Trinka. Puts it in the zone up the left side. Trinka dumps it in for a chase. Line change coming. Here's Trinka. Center of the ice in the neutral zone. Prattville fans on it. Coming the other way. Prattville going to step up and backhand this one. Spuds put it back down in again. Bouncing puck in the middle of the ice. 40 chasing it down. Gets chipped down again on the backside of Sullivan. Prattville up to Trinka. They get it cleared, but the Spuds are going to regain control again. They almost put it in the zone. Regrouping again here. Marty on the chase along with Ricola. Center of the ice. They get it in the zone. On the far side, that's Molesky. Dipping a shoulder in, allowing Ricola to get a puck on it. Here's Molesky up to Marty. Ricola takes it in the zone between the slot. All right circle. Takes a shot. It goes behind the net. The other side rebounding is Prattville. He goes wide left. Here's another centering pass. Prattville. It gets taken away. Cradaville holding, and they chip it out. Rao catches it midair in the neutral zone, and he puts it down in. Marty putting a hit on, holding. Kind of tough to see from that angle, but here come the Spuds, and they put it in the zone up the right side. Good collapsing there by Yantis and McLaughlin. Here's Rochelle in the near side corner. Digs it out over to McLaughlin. McLaughlin finds Murda. Darting in the neutral zone. Here's Murda. Puts it in the zone. He gets cream pied in the blue line. Holding is Murda. Puts it back in the zone again. Here's Murda from the circle. Back over to Yantis on the weak side. Yantis in the corner. They're trying to clear. McLaughlin holds, gets a shot on it. Gets deflected. Here's Rochelle pushing in. Here come the Spuds, but McLaughlin is holding its own here. And he does. He gets a clear back over to the neutral zone. McLaughlin steps up again. Loses a handle on it. Spuds have it in the zone on the left. To the center. Now he skates over to the left circle. Back to the top of the point. Here's a shot. Left glove saved by Sullivan. He nabs that one out of the air with 9:59 to go. Lightning keeping it in the zone nicely. Puck possession has definitely been their way so far with 6 shots on goal versus 3. But we have to keep up the pressure here. This is not a team that's going to get worn down. Here's Cradaville. Bounces it off to Molesky. Molesky backhands it up to 40. He clears. And here come the Spuds bringing it up the ice. Stepping up is Molesky. Back checking as we check it. Brownsell goes off the wall. They're going to regroup again here. The Spuds, that is. Pushed in by Brownsell as he gets a stick on it. Weechek, big hit on the wall. Neutral zone, Trinka, he keeps it in. Moorhead puts it in the zone once again, up the left side against Wesky. They take an angle towards the net, now it's behind the net. Changes directions. Right by the post, trying to stuff it in. And they get it out to the right side. Here's a shot. White blocker saved by Sullivan. It's bouncing puck. And they clear. Neutral zone here. Back checking is 40. Taking it away is Ricola. Ricola puts it in the zone. Needs a little help though. Stepping up is Cradaville in the neutral zone. He puts it up to Martin. Puts it in the zone. And icing. 8:40 to go, first period. Still 2-2. The face-off now down in the offensive zone for the Spuds. They're behind Sullivan, back in the deep corner now. They skated out to the left circle. They backhand it, intercepted by Ricola. Ricola trying to get it up to Fort, but the Spuds hold. Molesky in there. Here's a shot. This one is stomached by Sullivan as he scoops that one up. 8:22 to go, and we'll face it off again. Face-off controlled by the Spuds at the blue line. They take a shot. This one's going to go high over the crossbar. Now on the near side, Cradaville gets it to Martin. Spuds controlling the neutral zone. Ricola will reset here. Ricola gets tripped up. Spuds hold in. They chip it in. Here's Molesky. Molesky back behind Sullivan again on the near side. Martin shoves the guy into the wall over to Molesky. Molesky gets pushed to the ice. They push it down in again. Right circle shot saved by Sullivan. That's a bouncing puck. Loose. Spuds have it behind the net. Now it's at the crease. Rickla trying to get a handle on it. He does. He's going to sauce it over to Martin on this side, but just off the mark. Martin puts a body into it, waiting for Rickla, and that'll be offsides. Big hit. After the play, Martin gets right back up and smiles. Neutral zone face-off here for Yankees and the Lightning. Yankees to McLaughlin. He dumps it in. Chasing forward is Murda and Rao on the opposite side. Rao chasing forward in the corner. Holding is Rochelle. Coming in is Yankees. He holds in again. Here's Rao now. Holding is Rochelle. Back over to McLaughlin. McLaughlin takes a wrister shot. This one is held in by Anderson as he scoops that one up for a face-off with 6:57 to go. Yankees takes a face-off, and it gets kicked out here. That's going to be McLaughlin chasing it down. He goes off the wall here. Spuds put it in the zone up the right side. Now they have a shot here. Here's a shot. It gets right past Sullivan, right underneath this left arm. 3-2. Spuds have goal scorers. Can't let them loose. They will put it in the net, as you can see. 6:45 to go. Moorhead takes a 3-2 lead. After the face-off, Spuds have it in the neutral zone here, trying to reset. They do get it past the neutral zone and into the zone. They chip it down in underneath Sullivan. Mells wheels it around to Trinka. They dump it back in again, opposite side. Wesky's got it now. Wesky goes off, back over to Wiechek in the middle of the neutral zone. Wiechek puts it deep on the right side. Moorhead has it. They're trying to break it out here. Neutral zone, Mells back over to Wesky. Wesky back over to Mells on the near side. Trinka puts it in the zone again. Line change coming for the Lightning. Here's Rickle on the far side. Backhands it over to Wesky, over to Cradaville. Cradaville back to Rickle. Rickle's going to skate it in. He goes down to the ice with a hit. Here's Cradaville. The back ice, he loses it. Saved by Sullivan as there's a shot. Spuds controlling here after the turnover. Martin. Here's Ricola up the left side now. Ricola going and angling towards the net. He puts it up just over the crossbar. Holding is Molesky, trying to dump it in. The Spuds have it, and they regain control here. And they're going to get it clear. Here's Molesky. Icing. 4:59 to go. We'll have a face-off on down here on the Lightning end. Yantes faces it off. Coming into the play is Rao trying to get a handle on it. Rao's got it. Back to Yantes. Yantes just outside the reach of Murda. Holding is Yantes and Murda there. Stepping up is McLaughlin. Back off the wall. Murda chips it down in. Spuds trying to dig it out. They bounce it off the window. Holding. Nope. This gets past Rochelle. Rochelle chasing it down. Still down here on this end. Rao looking to clear it out, and he does. Spuds regain control here. Rochelle's going to chase this down again. Gets it to Rao. Rao chips it out of the zone. Controlled by the Spuds again. So the Spuds are regaining a little bit of puck control momentum here. Right in front of us, Yankees battling for the puck on the wall here. He does prevail and puts it in the zone for a Lightning line change here. Spuds put it in the zone, 2-on-1. Here's a shot, saved by Sullivan. It gets chipped over to the near side corner to Trinka. Back over to the opposite side. Wesky chasing it down. Wesky goes all the way down for an icing. And line change coming again. .3:22 to go in this first period. The Spuds have got their shots on goal. Big hit by Molesky as he just hammers that Spud in the wall. Just made some French fries over there on the opposite side. Here's Molesky again. Gets it up to Rikla, off the right side. Rikla battling for it. He still has it, backhands it in the zone. 40 gets rolled over. Here's the Spuds, opposite side now, icing. All right, we got an offensive faceoff coming down here on this end. Let's make the best of it. Facing off for the Lightning is Rikla. Rikla keeps it in the zone along with Marty. And the Spuds regain control and they're coming down the ice here. They lose it, so Molesky will chase that down. Molesky making some moves right in front of the net dangerously. And that's one goes in as Molesky loses a handle on it, allowing the Spuds to pick that loose puck up. And they shove it in the back of the net. Just a bummer of a play. Got to shake that one off though. With 2:37 to go, Spuds go up 4-2. The Antes gets it up to Murda. Murda puts it in on the left side. Holding is McLaughlin. Here's a tip as McLaughlin takes one at the net. Rochelle holds the other side over to Murda. Murda puts it deep. Intercepted by Murda again. Almost gets one past the glove of Olsen. He just tips it. Saves it. Rao holding in. Rao puts a shoulder into it. Chasing it down is Rochelle on the far side. Rochelle back over to McLaughlin. McLaughlin to Murda. Puts it in the zone again. Rao, nice forecheck by Rao. The Spuds regain control here, but Lightning are giving them some trouble. Here come the Spuds down the other ice on the other end. They put it in the zone at the right side. Big hit by Mells on the wall. Wesky trying to dig it up. At the blue line, left side. Here's a wrister. Left pad save. This one will be cleared. Spuds are regrouping here. A couple line changes coming for the Lightning. Puck goes back into the zone. Wesky controls. Spuds put it in the zone again, up the middle. Mells. He throws it all the way down the other end. No icing. Here's Brownsell. And we check on the forecheck with Trinka. Trinka, nice interruption here. Middle of the ice. Spuds have it through the neutral zone now. Up the right side, they gain the zone. Wesky gets a stick on it. They dump it down in again on the far side corner. Back to the slot, intercepted by Cradaville. Cradaville's going to skate it. Cradaville is wheeling it up. He dumps it in the zone and grabs it himself. Cradaville behind the net now. Wecheck puts a big hit in the corner. Coming in is Cradaville. At the right circle. Spuds regain control, coming the other way. They put it in the zone. Big hit by Ricola. Behind the net now, Molesky. Ricola up to Wecheck. Nope, it's intercepted by the Spuds. Now it's between the slot. Here comes Ricola. He takes the puck. He's coming all the way. He's wheeling. Takes a shot. It's a left glove save by Anderson right at the end of the period. And we'll keep it here live as the Lightning are down 4-2. 13 shots on goal for the Spuds. 10 for the Lightning. Keeping it close with a 2-goal deficit. All right, we're back at it, switching sides. Lightning are going to go left to right this time in the second period. I think I might have just lost connection here. May have lost connection, I'm not sure.